Hey all, welcome back to the channel. Today I have got a follow-up and final update on this wallet, the Zenlet 3, that I got a few weeks ago, backed last year as a Kickstarter project. And I just wanted to do a follow-up video to my previous video. This is the third and last one. And the last video I did was a review, a more in-depth review of the Zenlet 3 Pro Max, which is what this item is here. And I'm compelled to do this video because I want to update you on my journey with this thing over the past few weeks, and the fact that I can no longer recommend this product to anybody. And this is 100% the reason why I'm doing this video. I don't feel comfortable doing a video and recommending a product and then subsequently finding out that that product doesn't live up to its expectations. So it's such a failure for me in terms of its functionality that I am actually returning it. All the things you see here are the couple of additional panels that I got. They're all going back. So that's basically the gist of today's video. Okay, so just a tiny bit of a recap. I backed this project by Zenlet, which is a Taiwanese company. They've had multiple Kickstarter projects now, going back a few years. And if you watch my first video when I did a review of the Zenlet 3 Pro, which is one of the 4 of the wallets that they have in this Zenlet lineup, Zenlet 3 wallet lineup, I kind of I rambled on about the pros and one of the big cons, and I wasn't happy with the way that the wallet was designed at the back and so on and so forth. So subsequently, I then returned that wallet because the aesthetics were it just felt really cheap at the back. I upgraded to their most expensive one, which is what this is, and this is a Zenlet 3 Pro Max, as I've mentioned previously. You can have a Zenlet 3, which is just a very basic slim wallet without this bottom bit here. They have 2 slim versions, one that's just got a removable front panel at the front. They have another slim one that has a removable front and back panel, just like this Pro Max version. And then they have 2 chunky babies, one that has a removable front, not a removable back. And then, of course, this big one, which has a removable front and back panel. And I think it's 21 point something, almost, let's just round it up to 22 millimeters. It's very thick, very chunky. But as I said in my previous video, I was willing to live with the chunkiness of this if I can get removable top, back, a removable front, and also have not just my space for my cards here, but I could also, this is what I'm talking about today, put coins in this lateral storage part here. Now, the reason why I'm returning this is because over the past couple of weeks, I've had some major fails with this wallet, yeah? Even to the point of right now, even as I'm doing this video, I still cannot open this lateral storage, yeah? I was in the shop last week and I went to, okay, this is the story. It was my son's birthday. I went to the ATM to take out some money because I wanted to give him some cash the next day for his birthday, okay? I took out some money. It was about, maybe maximum 4 notes, folded them up, opened this lateral storage, put the notes in there. I had about 4 coins in there. I live in Central Europe, so it is all euros, okay? Put them in there, closed it, boom, put it in my pocket, no problem. I went about shopping to get my son, I went to go and buy maybe some clothes as well. So I was in the store buying him some clothes. And when I went to go and pay, I noticed that my wallet had popped open in my pocket. Now, I don't keep this wallet just like this in my pocket. I actually, because I'm so OCD, I actually put it in a small kind of pouch to stop it from getting damaged and scratched up, yeah? So it was protected, but it still managed to somehow open itself up. And it's happened to me several times. I could have lived with that, I guess, over the years. But the thing that really got me was when I got home, And I go, right, I need to go and get the money out. I want to put it in with my son's presents, slip the money in one of his presents, blah, 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 blah. And I went to open the wallet just like what I'm doing now. It's probably going to open now saying that. No, it's not. And I couldn't open the wallet. Okay. And now I've spent a lot of money. I've gone through a lot of hassle with this wallet and the previous one. And the last thing I want to do is break it. Yeah. So I was going as far as I dared, trying to open it exactly like what I'm doing now. And I couldn't open the thing. And I was so angry. I couldn't take the money out. I'm not going to go back to the ATM. It was a night time. I'm not going to go to the ATM at night or first thing in the morning to try and get some more cash out so I can give it to my son and give him his treat in the morning. I wasn't going to do that, but I was so angry. So I sent an email to, I don't know if it was an email or I contacted Zenlet and just said, look, yeah, it was an email. I said, look, this is not really great. I explained the same story I'm explaining to you now. And they did get back to me eventually and said there is a technique for opening this. And what you need to do, if you're having the problem yourself, if you've either got a Pro or Pro Max, yeah, you need to, I think, prise it open like that and then slide it or something like that. I'm not going to do it now. Basically, before they sent me that, what I managed to do was kind of prise it open anyway. And I much more than this. And I was able to see the coins and the cash, but I couldn't get them out. So what I did was I opened it just enough. I got a toothpick and I prized the notes out. Yeah. So I had a big enough gap to get the euros out, but not the coins. But I was fine. I just wanted to get the money out so I can give it to my son the next day. Okay. So that was a severe fail in my books. And it's not the first time that's happened. I've been in a store before. When I went to pay, I was in a cash only place and I went to pay and I couldn't open this thing up. It's quite embarrassing, yeah? So the thing is, when it happened before, and it's not just once or twice, it's more than 10 times it's happened. When it happened before, I was eventually able to open the lateral storage because I just kept trying and bam, it just popped open. But that time last week when I had the money in here for my son, I couldn't get this thing open without feeling like it's going to snap. And if it snaps, then what am I going to do with this if it's broken? I go back to Zenlet and say, oh, I've broken my wallet. Are they really going to help me? I didn't think so. So I didn't want to push it. I sent them an email anyway, explaining the situation to them. Subsequently, I had already taken out the notes, so that was okay. But they did eventually get back to me and tell me about some technique, sent me a video about cracking this open a little bit and then sliding it or whatever. I don't know what it was, yeah? You know what? I might have to do that now anyway because... Okay, I'm going to do it later. I don't want to break it on video. But there's some video where you can basically open it, and I eventually did, and I was like, okay. Then I immediately closed it and I couldn't open it again. But I had forced it, and then I was able to open the lateral storage, yeah? And then I closed it again, opened it straight away, and it started working, yeah? So it was kind of okay, but I was still like, you know what? At that time, I was like, this is a big no-no. I can't live with something. I've only had it like a month or so, or 2 months. I've lost track of time. I don't know. I can't have something so expensive fail so drastically, and it's just the beginning. You know, I've had wallets that lasted me years, and they're just bomb-proof, bulletproof. And the only reason I stopped using them because I got fed up with them. They were still brilliant. I didn't get fed up. I just wanted something new, a change. Yeah, this I'm not fed up with. Well, I am now, and it's already failing. So to sum it up, this is going back. I'm returning it. I talked to Zenlet and I said, I cannot have this, yeah? That was in my initial email when I was really frustrated that I couldn't open this up and give my son his money. And they gave me 3 options. One of them was a quick fix, or then the third one was a repair kit or something. I'm not even sure. But I initially said to them, I want to return this. Please, can I return it? Can you give me, I know you're not going to give me all the money I've spent on all of this stuff, but give me something, please, so I can get a replacement, yeah? And I felt, you know what? Sorry, I need to follow my gut feelings and I need to return this thing. So I followed up and said, listen, can I return it? I'm sorry, I'm not happy with this, because I'm not. And they were gracious enough again to fulfill my request and say, okay, pack everything up, send it to this address, put a very low amount on the value to avoid customs charges and things like that. And so I thank them again for that. I thank them firstly for letting me actually upgrade from the Pro to this Pro Max, which I love, actually. I love the design. I'll get onto that in a minute. And then I thank them secondly for allowing me to live with this thing and to be put themselves in my shoes and realize that this kind of it's just not for me. Okay, so I thank them twice for that. But I can't recommend this. I cannot recommend this wallet in terms of its functionality. Now, Zenlet as a company, I don't know if they've got too many designers, too many engineers, and not enough testers. Because on one of their campaigns, I actually said, look, I've been a beta tester on, I've signed a non-disclosure agreements before for Kickstarter and tested products before it was released to the public. I offered that to them, I think, quite a few years ago. Yeah, I'm willing to do that for them because, some of their products, they're just not quite there. So I don't know if they don't have enough testers, they've got too many designers, not enough engineers. I don't know what the problem is, but them as a company, they create really good ideas. And in terms of like the materials, when they actually execute, in terms of the materials they use, I would say 9.5 out of 10. In terms of the designs, I would say 9.5 out of 10. So their design, their sense of design and the sense of the type of materials that they use, the attention to detail, the packaging is all Apple level. It's all Apple level. Where they fail is in function. They fail in function because, look, let me just grab my camera 1 second. Look, I've got a couple more of their products like this. It's called the rack, yeah? And you attach it to the side of your desk and you can store your papers in there and so on and so forth. I've got some cable management stuff here. Let's go to this side. I've got like a little note holder thing there. And as you know, I've got my cupboard open there. I've got their coin drift, which again, beautiful, but didn't kind of work as it should have. So I've got a couple of their products and I wouldn't say they're all 100% apart from probably the rack series thing, because you literally stick it onto the side of your desk and you just put paper in it, yeah? So when it comes to more complicated things like this, I think they just needed to spend more time. They needed to really absolutely thoroughly test this with people out of their organization, because I'm sure they tested this to the hilt internally. I'm sure they did. But sometimes you need to let somebody who hasn't seen the whole development path, the whole end-to-end production of this, get somebody else outside, get them to sign your NDAs and get them to test it. Yeah, because this, I can't have a wallet that I still now cannot open and I don't want to break it because I'm sending it back. I can't even remember if I've probably got a coin or two in there. So I might just try and open it. I don't know. I might just send them the coin. I really don't care at this stage. I cannot recommend this product. I cannot recommend the Zenlet 3 Wallet Pro, especially that should be thrown in the bin. And I cannot recommend the Zenlet 3 Pro Max. I cannot, in terms of functionality. Maybe your one is okay. Maybe it's just me. But I try to look after my stuff. I don't throw them about in bags and I'm not one of those type of people. I like to look after my stuff. And with that mindset, I'm still having troubles trying to open this. Yeah, and I'm not happy with that. This card bit I like that. And I then think that the Zenlet 3 with just the aluminum back, again, that should go in the bin. But to be honest, I probably think that their Zenlet 3 Plus is probably going to be their best product, because you've got a removable front, removable back, and you just have this top bit where your cards are stored in the vertical storage. And the only problem I can ever see with that wallet is, again, it might accidentally get triggered in your pocket. But because it's got a slimmer profile, it might not trigger as much as this fat baby, which is probably easy to trigger because it's so fat and protrudes out of your pocket, so could get knocked easier, if you understand what I'm saying. So in terms of the Zenlet 3 line, I would say the Zenlet 3 Plus is probably their best one. But I cannot recommend this. So like I said, I'm returning it. I'm returning the panels. I didn't even open that one. I'm returning the ID panel, 2 ID panels. And yeah, I've got 2 white panels in here that this thing came with. And I mean, that's it. I'm sorry if I did tell somebody to purchase this wallet and that it's all singing, all dancing and is brilliant. But this is why I'm doing this video, to say I'm sorry if you did buy it and you're having issues, but I'm returning mine because I'm not happy with it. I just cannot recommend that. Okay. Now, I've had minimal wallets for, yeah, it must be over a decade now. So I've had one for about 7 years, the same one. And that thing is basically in a cupboard somewhere because it's so simple that there's nothing that can go wrong with it. It had some kind of rubber band around it so you can slide your cash in. And I had two of the wallets actually. And one of the rubber bands, it just eventually just exploded and stopped working. But the rest of the wallet was fine. Yeah. And so basically my point is this is the best looking wallet I've ever owned. It's got the best materials of any wallet I've ever owned. I'm still in love with the design of this thing. I still love it. So it pains me to actually have to return it. But the functionality is so annoying that it trumps the design, it trumps the feel and it just trumps everything else. It needs to go and I can't have that. Yeah. Now, what I want to do is just let you know. So I have actually got another wallet. Because of this, I've got, like I said, I have experiences in minimal wallets for more than 10 years. And I started doing a lot more research on them since I got this and the troubles I've had with it. And basically, this is what I have replaced this wallet with. Now, I ordered this I ordered this from Canada and didn't expect, and I live in Central Europe, I didn't expect to get this wallet for about 2 or 3 weeks. I got it in 2 business days. And I did my research on this company and it was just tick the box, tick, tick, tick. It just ticked everything. And I knew about this wallet and this company for a little while. And I knew about them soon after I had backed the Zenlet. And I was like, oh, why didn't I get this instead? But you know what? I'm actually glad I went through this journey of this, because it's really made me look into detail about what kind of wallet I want to suit my lifestyle and what I'm prepared to pay for and what I'm prepared to avoid. Yeah. So with that, going through that, having my years of using minimal wallets and so on and so forth, I chose this one. I'm going to do an unboxing of this and reveal to you what my new wallet is. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, Zenlet, I'm really sorry. I don't want to do videos like this, but I cannot do a recommendation video to people and let them go through the pain, potentially go through the pain that I went through and not say something about it. So anyway, Zenlet, I apologize again to anyone who bought this because of my recommendation. But yeah, she's going back. And I'll be honest with you, I spent so many... I spent some time going, you know what? No, just keep it. It's going to be okay. But you know what? I thought, no. Because of the amount of money I invested in all of these panels and this, I'm sorry, no. And if this is failing so early in its lifetime, it's definitely going to just get worse. Anyway, video over. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.